Hey, what is up guys, and welcome for another amazing build for Wulong. Today I'm going to show you what is probably my new favorite weapon type in the game. The whips are just so good, and damn are they powerful. Like, these new whips make it impossible for us to lose, especially with those human bosses. That insane range from the whips makes it so hard for them to ever get close to us. But seriously, what truly makes these whips so cool to play with is those damn sound effects. They are just so satisfying. Whoever was in charge of the sound effects on these weapons did one hell of a job. The whips are by far the new best weapon type in the game. Now I know any weapon can be made to be powerful if you have high morale, but hear me out. The range alone on the whips makes it such an amazing weapon, as it's the only one that allows us to take out mostly all the enemies and bosses from a distance, and also just look at the spirit damage that it deals. It counters nearly everything. The human bosses don't even stand a chance, and even better when you're fighting the larger bosses, as you have such an easy time attacking, as the whips will hardly ever miss. The whips have this unique feature, which is the frenzy mode, which basically increases all of your damage. From melee attacks and even your fatal strikes get that attack bonus, and not only that, you deal damage every time you deflect successfully. Your normal attacks will completely change, and you will use spirit to use those normal attacks, but the friendly mode stays active until you get your spirit broken or you turn it off manually. But man, pairing this frenzy mode with the last stand stratagem, where you are invulnerable, you get some of the most insane damage in the entire game. Just have a look at it.
Be a good fight. What fierce power! I'll have to respond.
So let's get right into the build. Nothing too out of the ordinary for this build. We just stick with our overall strongest great set, which is the Lingboa. The more negative effects we have on the enemies, the more damage we will deal. We get the highest damage possible if we get 3 negative effects. You can easily get those, as the main set itself has the ability to inflict spirit vulnerability on martial arts. Then we get the second one from our weapon, which inflicts damage amplification on martial arts. And then finally we have one from the second grace set that we are using, which is the Grace of Fuxi, to inflict power drop on martial arts. This way we can easily get 3 negative effects each time we do any martial arts. That's all you basically need. When you're playing, just hit them with your martial arts and you're good to go. This set is still one of the strongest in the game, and it's not so hard to obtain. You can get this very easily in the 1000-mile journey, and if you have gotten past 700 mile I think, you can get the faded drop bonus. So every drop can be the set, so it's not that hard to get. For your weapon, get any whip that you prefer. What you really should try and get are these 3 martial arts on them. I'm not even going to try and say the names, but you can see them here. This first one is great to easily attack from a distance. It's also one of the best in doing really high spirit damage. You can break most human bosses in just a few hits with this move. Then we have this one. This martial art can be chained endlessly, so it goes very well if you use the overpower burst. Then finally it's this one. This is a very fast martial art to use. I use it to quickly hit the bosses and apply all the negative effects, so we can then go in with frenzy mode real fast. As for your stats on your weapon, get melee attack power and damage bonus based on your lost HP. Getting a 7 star will be preferred for this build, as you don't really need the 3rd premium slot. As for your other weapons, just get the necessary armor set pieces that you need. The same goes for armor, go with whatever that you get your grace set pieces on. But at least for the headpiece, I do recommend that you get the false crown piece. This is now by far the best headpiece in the game. It gives you a massive 30% Divine Beast gauge gain for free. This is why you see me using my Divine Beast so much in the builds. It recharges really fast with every attack, and it's even faster when you have the Inner Beast spell active. I tend to use the Quillen Beast the most, especially if I'm playing on the highest difficulty in the 1000-mile journey. And also it has the fastest charge time. You can use the beast with every boss that spawns. Having the stone pillars exactly where the boss spawns makes it easier to attack them, and also just prevents them from doing stupid things as soon as they spawn. If you're not doing the highest difficulty, then you can go and play around with whatever you like. Rest of your armor pieces can be anything. Do try and get the heavy armor so you get more defense. As for your stats, what you really need is just melee attack damage and mostly morale points gained. Other than that, you can add in any other stats that you prefer. As for your accessories, get as much attack power as you can or just melee attack damage once again. For your virtues, I have 200 in wood and 200 in metal to get the most damage I can get on my whips. Then a few in fire and earth just so we get increased weight and martial art cost. And just a few in water to once again get the most damage on our whips. I absolutely love the new whips. They have so much use and the range on them makes it very reliable. Even if you find yourself struggling, you can easily keep your distance and attack them from afar, so you don't get into trouble at all. Human bosses are really easy with this build. You can very easily put them in a stun lock with your martial arts. Even if they do decide to do a power attack, you can easily react to them. Not to mention that the frenzy mode gives you the highest DPS in the entire game. At any point you want to kill the bosses instantly, just activate your frenzy mode and use your last stand stratagem. You will do such insane damage and all bosses will die just like that, with no effort at all. Frenzy mode in this build is just ridiculous. Even the final bosses and Mile 1000 will get instantly killed. I had a real blast with these whips and I hope you all enjoyed them as well. What did you guys think of this build, and do you like the new whips? Let me know, I would love to hear from you all. I will catch you all next time.